And another story I have, which also touches the heart, is the pre-K teacher came to me one year, and she said she had the mother of one of her children who just had this burning desire to learn to read. She had never learned to read, and she really, really wanted to learn to read. I said, send her to me. I said, I'll work with her after school. And she said, well, there's a little problem. It's getting close to Christmas. And she said she's leaving tonight on the bus for Mexico. And I said, well, send her to me and I'll work with her and we'll see how far we get. I'll give her some materials to take with her. So anyway, she came to my classroom after school. I spent a total of 2 hours with her. But first she told me her story, which really brought tears to my eyes, because what brought this about was she had walked from La Colonia, where the school was, to the unemployment office to fill some papers out. And the woman she spoke to was bilingual, but she put her down and belittled her for not being able to read. The papers were in Spanish and everything, but she couldn't read them. So this mother was so upset that she walked home crying all the way. And that, of course, when I heard that story, that just made me all the more want to help her. So I started, first I did just a real informal assessment to see what she knew and what she didn't know. Well, she had actually taught herself the names of the letters, which was just awesome. On her own, she had done that. So I really complimented her and told her that that was a really great thing and that we were going to use that as a starting point for my teaching her how to read. So what I did then is I went through the chart with her and I showed her the pictures, I showed her the beginning sound. We didn't actually chant, but I had her say the name of the picture and the name of the beginning sound. And so knowing the names of the letters, that actually helped her, of course, because the sounds are embedded in the names. Even though we don't teach it that way in Estrellita, it still assisted her. So we went through that, and then I taught her how to blend the consonant, all of the consonants with the A to make the sílabas con A. And she picked that up, no problem, that was easy. Then we went into the palabras con A, and I showed her how to blend the A sílabas together to form the words. So we would do casa, and I'd have her repeat casa. So we did that. I had her read some of the words. I knew she needed practice. She needed to practice the words. And ideally, in an ideal world, I would have stopped there, given her the book, let her take it home, let her practice with it, and then bring it back. But we weren't living in an ideal world. We were living in a world where she was going to be leaving that evening, and so I had to do everything. But being an adult, she was understanding her process of understanding. She was understanding everything. So she understood the structure of the program in a way that really a child wouldn't. So that was a huge help here. So anyway, I went through the whole program with her. I showed her the oraciones con A, how to read those. I showed her the next syllable group, sílabas con E, and then sílabas con AE, then palabras con AE, oraciones con AE. We spent a total of 2 hours, and she understood the concept. She understood the whole conceptual structure of the program. Lo único que necesitaba era la práctica. So to get the practice, I told her, I gave her a whole stack of materials, and I gave her all of the sílabas charts, the small size sílabas charts. I gave her all the palabras books, the oraciones books, and she walked out of my classroom with a smile from here to here and promised me she was going to study the whole time she was gone. But that was something that really made me feel good, to be able to give this gift of reading to a parent who wanted it so badly.